Welcome back to episode 4 of the Union Berlin save here on FC24. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. You join us in a lofty 8th position. It's been a while since Union were that high in real life, not since the very beginning of the season after they, to be fair, won their first 2 games and didn't go very well after that, did it? We've won 2 of our opening 4 as well. It's just that we've drawn one of the other ones and only the 1 defeat thus far against Mainz. We might be adding more defeats to that tally today as we have Borussia Dortmund at some point in today's episode. That will be the last game that we play. And we start today by saying thank you to Gary for joining the Patreon at the Lacking Common Sense tier. Remarkable support. Thank you, Gary. It's very kind of you indeed. As I record this, I haven't heard back for you with a Patreon message. Please do drop me a message back on Patreon. I'd appreciate it. We are saying thank you today to Weekly Will in the comment section, to Kevin McGrath, and also to George House as well. Thank you for your continued support in the comment section. We today will try and maintain our league position whilst trying to get through in the Deutsche Pokal, which is going to be very important for maintaining our job, because I don't think we're going to get top 4 in the league. I certainly don't think we're going to get through in the Champions League, although we're going to try and get a win against Braga in today's episode if we can. We'll be simming Hoffenheim and Heidenheim and playing Stuttgart in the Cup, Braga in the Champions League, and then going to Signal Iduna Park to play Borussia Dortmund at the end of the episode. It's going to get pretty intense by then, but we should have a better idea of what the rest of our season is going to look like once we've played Braga, who are a side that we feel like we could beat. And obviously, we'll see what the first simmed games of the season end up going like results-wise with Hoffenheim and Heidenheim. Simming the Heims today. Everybody's back at full fitness, which is fantastic news for us. Hoffenheim will start with their 5-back formation. You can see that Prömel is pushed further forward than Geiger and Becker. Wout Weghorst up top for them with Berisha. Ait Nuri at left back is going to be a very good signing for them as well. Kaderabek at Ait Nuri at left back is going to be a very good signing for them. Kaderabek at right back is decent. Akbaguma and Joloy at centre back as well. They're decent, Hoffenheim. 1-2, lost 2 in the Bundesliga so far, so very similar start to the season to us. And expecting this to be a game that we could win, especially at home. But I'd probably be happy with a point at this stage of the season. We will tactical view sim as we did in the Chelsea save, but I do have a couple of changes to make to ensure that we are as strong as we could be. With Kral back there, and we'll put Toussaint back into the starting lineup. Fofana will continue on at striker for now because Becker is continually injured and Evan Ferguson isn't quite fit enough after the Champions League game against Real Madrid that we lost quite heavily. Right, tactical sim time to Stadion and Alton. First high we go again. Akbaguma and Berisha and Geiger. Prömel. Geiger, yeah, this is kind of all them so far, isn't it? And that's a goal. Brilliantly smashed off the underside of the bar. And Hoffenheim take the lead here inside 10 minutes. Prömel, that one man that was pushed slightly further forward in their midfield line, making the run in behind. Brilliant movement, and the finish is just out of this world, really. As much as Renault's been very, very good this year, he doesn't stop that. But that's certainly not any slight on him, is it? That's a hell of a goal. Oh, lovely footwork from Sucic. Folland, Sucic again. Fofana. Kral loves to get forward. But will he be found here? Fofana rides the challenge. Toussaint has options. Here's Luka Sucic even again. And it's Kevin Folland, our go-to goal scorer, that does the business again. We are back level at home here. And it couldn't really have been anyone else, could it, really? Good move. Good run, and good finish. Is the sentence I wanted to say, anyway. It's going to be a 1-1 draw against Hoffenheim. I said I'd take the point. I'm happy enough to do so. Nearly. 1-1 against one of the Heims. Now, let's go and... Actually, we've got Stuttgart first, I think, don't we? See, the Hoffenheim, then Heidenheim, then Stuttgart. I think it might be Hoffenheim, then Stuttgart, then Heidenheim. Not with a great start to the season, Stuttgart. 3 defeats in their last 5. 2 draws in their 2 most recent games. The man starting up top for them, my player, Jamie Laveling. So we'll see if he can do the business against his parent club. Josje Vanneman at right back was someone that you guys recommended for our backup right back role, but we went elsewhere. think winning the Pokal is out of our potential possibilities this season, but certainly going on a decent cup run is an option for us, depending on the draw, obviously. There are 3 leagues in Germany. It's the only other country to have more than 2 in the game outside of the English divisions, which is great. It's nice to have all 3 leagues in the game. And it's nice. Oh, to be 1-0 up in the cup is what I was going to say. We are not. Juranovic with the delivery from the corner. It's a good one. And it's squeezed in! Robin Goossens with his first goal of the season for us. Somehow finds the gap between posts, keeper and defender to get it into that bottom corner. Need to see a replay of that. It's a good run. He's not actually that tall, Goossens, but he's hit the keeper, actually. And with the keeper getting in the way, it means that the defender hasn't adjusted. What did the defender even kick it against his goalkeeper? It may well have been that. Whatever happened, it's in the back of the net. That's the end result. We are in front in the cup, and it's a great start for us. Mittelstadt. Little dink. I think that hit Diogo's hand. They'll play on here. Stiller. And Jung. Renault leaps away. Slightly unorthodox save, but don't care. Don't care how he stops it, as long as it doesn't go in. Weisser's on now for Kral. That's going to fall anywhere, and we're just swinging legs at it, and thankfully Joscha Vanneman shoots wide of the target with the final chance. There's just 2 minutes to go here. We've made some changes to add some fresh legs to just hold on to what we've got, really. A little bit of game management would come in handy here. Just keep the ball away from them, and we'll be into the 3rd round of the Deutsche Pokal. Not sure, after thinking about it a bit further, whether it is the round of 16 or not in the Deutsche Pokal, but we are through nonetheless to whatever that next round is, which will keep the board happy and on board for now. Right, Heidenheim next, then Braga and Dortmund. Was indeed the round of 32, no one else added in, so we're through to the round of 16, so we should have a tick from the board in that objective now, I think. Hanover away is who we have. Bayern is still in it. Leipzig is still in it. Leverkusen too, but Dortmund are out. So it might turn into a potentially winnable competition for us. Have a look at the objectives. It should be, yep, ticked. Banging. That'll help keep me in a job when we don't get top 4 and get knocked out of the Champions League in the group stage, won't it? Heidenheim have 1 point so far this season, so we'd certainly like to add to their misery. 4 defeats and that 1 draw in their last 5 games. They are rock bottom of the division. So expect them to win this one by about 3-0. Fofana. Oh, it's a bit of a poor pass, but he's now got the legs, hopefully, to get away here. We'll find Folland, and Folland does what Kev does. He's done a football. It's Kevin Folland making it 1-0 Union Berlin, and we've said that before this season. Free kick whacked into the middle. Flicked on and away by the defender, very dominantly so. Will we get a white shirt on the end of this? We will. Forward here, Sutic might shoot. Hurleback does shoot, winds up for a power shot in fact. Sutic works the space well. Sutic, he's got to shoot now, he does, and it's saved well by Feller at the near post. Good opportunity that. One of the clearest and most obvious we've created. Our XG will fly in an upwards direction because of it. Unfortunately, our actual goal tally doesn't though. Hurleback into Diogo Leite. The centre-back might wind up for a shot. Sutic now on his left. Shot blocked well. Still just a 1-0 here against Heidenheim. But even when you don't play well, if you just get the result, it's all you can ask for at the end of the day. How many minutes added on? Just the 1. Very rare at the minute that we've had more than 1 minute added on here in the Bundesliga. But on this occasion, it comes quickly for us. Another victory away from home against the side at the bottom of the table. So it's no real surprise. We had a lot of chances in that game, but couldn't score more than the 1 goal. 8 shots in the end, enough to give us a 1-0 win. Dortmund gets slightly more than that away from home against Hoffenheim, who we just got a point against. Up next, Braga, who did lose to Napoli in the opening game of the Champions League season. So it's going to be between the top 2 for the top 2, between the bottom 2 for the 3rd spot, really, isn't it? We hope that we're going to be the ones to get it. These games against Braga are basically going to decide what our European future looks like, aren't they, effectively? If we can get 4 points from the games against Braga, then I'd say we will finish third and we will get Europa League knockout football for the rest of the season. I don't expect us to be doing anything against Napoli or obviously Real Madrid in the reverse fixture when they come to our ground after we went to the Bernabeu in the last episode. They've got Bruma on the left, who'll be very quick. Jose Fonte actually at centre-back. Ronnie Lopez on the right. Orta in the middle is always very difficult to play against. Normally works his way to the Premier League, doesn't he? Pizzi on the bench will be decent too. They're decent. They're about the same level as us, effectively. So it's like a straight battle at the top of the table between the two at the top and a straight battle for the rest of us. Actually, I will go and do that press conference just to give us a bit of a morale boost, and hopefully the morale boost will give us a points boost in the Champions League group stage as well. So we'll try and get a European spot in the league for next season, but we're attempting to stay in Europe this season. No idea what that free kick was for, but they're going to wind up for it here. It looks like Lopez is going to be the man to go for goal, and my Christ, how that hasn't gone in, I couldn't tell you. That is the fiercest struck free kick I think I've seen on this game all told. I need to watch that again. It was that good. Watch the keeper as well. Absolutely no chance. Dookie. I just couldn't get that under control, could he? Banza. Bruma. Not catching him. Bruma. 1-0 Braga. He's too quick. And they do take the 1-0 lead from open play rather than from the set piece. Just afforded him too much time, space and opportunity. And they didn't waste it this time. Braga 1. Union Berlin 0. Win this. Win this. Well up. Little dink. Gets to it first. Go on, Sutic. Luca's in behind. Lovely touch. Breaking. 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 Going to try and get back inside on that left. And, well, place it across goal was the plan. Maybe I should have tried to slam it at the near post, but keeper not threatened by it. Al-Masrati might win that header. He hasn't, and Folland has Ferguson, but Ferguson doesn't have the ball anymore. That was our first real chance, but Mateus makes a relatively, in the end, comfortable stop to deny us, oh God, the chance to equalise. Bruma. God, he's just devastating. Bruma is the most difficult player I've played against in the saves so far, I think. I've not been able to do anything against him. Castro's on for as they make a change in their central attacking position. Banza with a header. Juranovic on the line as the ball went over the keeper, and thankfully there was a man on the post. That's why you do that from set pieces. Bruma still cutting me apart. Bruma again, wide this time. Braga look likely of getting the result here. Thank God they've taken Bruma off. Maybe now I might stand a chance of actually keeping them out defensively and hopefully doing something offensively as well. Here's Gomez now down the right-hand side. Oh, I wasn't ready for that little flick. And Orta's done me. Banza. No, Renault. Oh, he's so lucky in goal, Renault. He makes saves, and that's not the first time this season that there's been an immediate follow-up that has just been kicked directly against him. Somehow, it's still only 1-0. This feels like that Leipzig game all over again. Can we get the goal to equalise the same way we did against Rasenballsport and take something from this game? Maybe now they've gifted me possession back again. It might open up for me. Kevin Folland. If anyone can, Folland can. But Mateus makes the save. From the corner, Juranovic. Gersons is up. It might fall. Anyway, will do for them right now as well, although they've got a foul in there for something. 4 minutes left. I think we're losing this one. Time's going to run out for us. Ah, well, if we want to finish third in the group, we will have to either beat Braga by more than they beat me at their place, or come up with something against Napoli or Real Madrid. Unlikely, I think, is probably the phrase. Napoli 1, Real Madrid 0 is a result I didn't expect, though. Borussia Dortmund. Emre Can at centre-back, intriguingly. Bensebaini, Schlotterbeck and Bradley at right back. Adeyemi on the right wing. Bino Gittens on the left wing. Sebastian Aller up top with Julian Brandt at cam. Niklas Zula on the bench. Daniel Marlin as an option on the bench as well. Fulkrug is their go-to striker, I think, in real life. Mats Hummels obviously coming towards the twilight of his career. Similarly, Marco Reus, but they will offer something, I'm sure. Dortmund above us in the league. In fact, they're above everybody in the league, as you can see top right. Actually, you can't quite see. I'm in the way. They're in first place in the Bundesliga. We're in 5th, though, so having a good season so far, but this might be a step too far. Late to Goossens. Adeyemi intercepts, but it's a heavy turn. And there's room here. Tusar, Sucic. Looking for the runner for Fofana. He's offside. Oh, what a brilliant ball by Luka Sucic. What a great run by Fofana, but just timed it wrong. Surely we'd have scored there. Gregor Kobel is very good, but he absolutely would have conceded there. I'm sure of it. Papadopoulos in the way. Salih Özcan and Karim Adeyemi. Oh, Brandt. Good save by Renault. Needed to be made. Dortmund winding up the pressure. Corner from Julian on this near side. It's not bad. Something they've worked on at the training ground, although I'm sure it didn't quite go like that in the plan. But the keeper can't push it far enough. And Emre Can is there at the back post to tuck it home. 1-0 BVB. It's gone for me there. Gersons into Folland. Adeyemi just lost all discipline for a moment and threw himself at me. Juranovic had to wait for a while for that to actually reach him, but do I go for Folland? I'll try it. It's for Fofana. It might end up at. It's Folland. It will end up at. Goal! Tor! Union Berlin respond. The one-man team machine powers on. I got lucky. The cross was meant for Folland initially. Went towards Fofana. Flicked on by a defender. Schlotterbeck wins it, and then Folland. What a header. Wow. Wow. 1-1. Right in front of the yellow wall as well. Take that. Folland up against Schlotterbeck now. Come back central with this and switch this with Folland. Did it hit a hand there? It did. It's a good position. We've seen him score a free kick already this season, Kevin Folland. He might add another here. Would have to be very good for it to go in. It is very good, but Kubel gets across. Bonucci's up well with that. Fofana. Folland beating his man. Kevin Folland! Oh! Shanks the shot! He's left Schlotterbeck for dead. His shot was dead. You can see how furious he is with himself. I am too, pal. Got to score. His goal for them in the first half, Emre Can, was his 6th of the season so far. Whether they've constantly used him at centre-back or it's just for this game, I don't know. But Emre Can is a goal machine for Borussia Dortmund so far this season. Sebastian Aller lays that short. I'll try and get there. It's a brilliant tackle by Tusar. And Fofana will look to break now at pace. He absolutely ballsed up a pass earlier, but he's away here. Support is arriving. Just a little dink. And Folland's header. Kubel responds this time. Adeyemi using that pace. And Brandt wide of the target with their next chance. Thought that was going to nestle in the top corner for a minute. Terrified that was going to be 2-1 Dortmund. Dookie. Tusar. Juranovic. We've been good in this second half. The goal just won't come for either side. Mitchell Weiss is off the bench here for us. And he might well get involved. Juranovic finds Mitchell Weiss. He's in behind. He will keep this in play and the delivery's good. Král! So close. Brilliant technique when the ball was played behind him to hook that back towards goal. Very, very nearly. Oh, still only very nearly Fofana. Roussillon, the left back. It's deflected. It's on its way wide. The keeper surely could have kept that in play, I would have thought. Juranovic delivers. Can we make him pay for that mistake? He's come for the ball. He's got nowhere near it there, Kubel. Fofana again. Wrong for the defender. Oh, Conor Bradley had me red. Again, only 1 minute added on. And a 1 goal apiece. A 1 point apiece. at the end of the day, that is a very good result away from home against top-of-the-table Dortmund, who are flying this season. This Union Berlin side have got some fight in them, haven't they? Certainly. Very, very good result, that. And we could have won it. We really could have won it late on. We are still 5th in the league, although we have played a game more than a couple around us. FC Bayern München will play their 7th game, and if they win it, they'll go top. Frankfurt below us. If they draw it, they'll stay below us, actually. They need to win their game in hand to go above us. Freiburg, if they lose their game, we'll go above them. Level on points, their goal difference will go down. So if Freiburg lose, then we'll actually go up a place, despite not playing. Although Heidenheim might be one of the opponents. FC Köln down there in 17th. One of the other sides we've managed in our time on the channel in the Bundesliga. Another side we've managed in our time on the channel is Leverkusen, and they're 15th so far this season. Terrible year so far for Bayer Leverkusen under Xabi Alonso. We've got Stuttgart tomorrow. Napoli as well, Werder Bremen. And then that Hanover game in the Cup as we push then into the next month, where we see Leverkusen away and Napoli again in the Champions League. It's not been easy at all so far this season in the Bundesliga, but we've only lost one game, and I certainly didn't expect that after the way that we played in that first one against Mainz that we then lost. We are unbeaten in 6 so far since that opening day, and long may that continue. Do drop the video a like if you're enjoying the content, of course. I'd appreciate it very much. Do come and join me on Twitch for the live streams. By the time you see this on Monday, I may have the YouTube dedicated live streaming channel up and running as well. So do go and join the Chesnoid Live channel, link in the description down below. If I haven't been up and running there yet, I will be very soon, within the next few days at the most. That's all from me for today, though. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.